Well, let's talk now to Sarah Southern, who's worked as a Conservative official and aide to former Prime Minister David Cameron. Welcome back to the programme, Sarah. So, Liz Truss elected with the narrowest margin on record. What do you make of her level of support from within the Conservative Party?
I expected it to be a little higher, if I'm honest. You know, we've seen in previous leadership contests, like the one between David Cameron and David Davis, and indeed the one between Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt only 3 years ago, that they gained over 60% of the vote. It kind of really shows that they have that party support, that they have the support of everyone behind them. I think by not hitting that 60%, it kind of doesn't put her in the strongest position to get going. So she's really going to have to prove herself in the coming weeks that she is the right leader and indeed the right Prime Minister for the Conservative Party.
But she really does have to get going, doesn't she? She has a lot on her plate. What do you think her top priorities will be?
Well, first off, she's got to deal with the cost of energy. She really does. You know, it is the topic of conversation on everyone's lips. It's what everyone's talking about. It's what's keeping people awake at night, whether that be, you know, domestic customers or indeed business consumers. So I think we've got to make sure that she comes out with some really strong policies, some really strong support to help people through this very difficult time. I would hope in the next 2 days that she announces something on that. Normally in September, October, we see a break in Parliament for people to go to party conferences. I think maybe this is the time that MPs need to stay in Westminster and really begin to deal with some of these big problems that we're having at the moment.
In the speech she made after being elected, she talked about an election in 2024 with some very difficult times ahead. That's going to be a tough one to win, isn't it?
Absolutely. I would imagine that all political parties are now going to be on election footing. The Conservative Party obviously kind of have the ace card of being able to choose when that election is. I don't think we'll see a general election until kind of later on in 2024. But I do think everyone's going to be thinking, how are we going to win back voters? How are we going to maintain the support of voters that chose to vote Conservative in such big numbers in 2019?
And she also talked in that speech about using the talent within the party. In her new cabinet, do you think there'll be any surprises?
I really hope that she brings in people who stood in the leadership contest. I think we had such a wide, diverse variety of candidates going for that top job. So it'd be great to see someone like Tom Tugendhat and Kemi Badenoch, Suella Braverman sitting at that cabinet table. I do hope that she gives Rishi Sunak a really good job. I think it would be a shame to lose his talent. You know, he has been Chancellor through one of the most difficult times we've endured in this country. So let's see a real diverse pool of talent sitting at that table.
Sarah Southern, good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.